Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Many of you requested a Chanel wallet-on chain comparison video, and I happen to have 3 WOCs. Yes, I'm officially a WOC lady now. I had said a while back that I don't really like to duplicate items in my collection. I try to keep a very tightly curated collection. I try to err on the side of more minimalist versus, going a little too crazy. But for some reason, I have fallen in love with these WOCs, and I added this one first, then this one, then the last one here. I really love these little mini bags. Anyway, many of you asked questions about the differences, the pros and cons, the chain lengths, how they lay on my body. So this is going to be a very in-depth comparison video. And I also want to mention there's going to be a giveaway announcement in this video. So stay tuned for that. So this one here is my black caviar Classic WOC, and it has the silver hardware. And I actually purchased this pre-loved technically from Fashion File. This one here was actually in brand new condition. Yep, it was listed in new condition, and it had the full set with the sticker intact and the price tags and everything. So I was really happy to score this, and I was able to get it for, I think it was about $50 or $75 less than retail. This currently retails for $2,500. That has been the price, at least here in the States, for the last couple of years, and I am betting that Chanel is going to increase the price on the wallet-on chains very soon, because it's a little bit unheard of that the price would have stayed the same for multiple years. So here is the back pocket. The quilting is beautiful. I love this. The caviar on this is really, really buttery soft. I had mentioned that in my in-depth review of this WOC. And I had also contemplated maybe selling this one and then purchasing the newer model. And I'll show you what I mean. So this has a snap closure. This is a 2017 model. And as soon as I purchased this, then a few months later, Chanel came out with a brand new model that is exactly the same, except the snap closure has now been converted to a magnetic closure. So it is a little bit cumbersome, a little bit, in that if I'm really in a rush and on the go, I have to stop and kind of look as to where I am snapping the button closed because I can miss it. But I will say that it's very secure. I do like the snap, the sound effect. I know that my items are secure in here. It has never come undone. So I actually thought twice about it, and I said, I'm going to keep this one because the caviar again is so beautiful, and I don't know what kind of caviar I would get in the new models. So I'm keeping this. It's not rough and pebbly as some of the other caviars. It's just really, really smooth to the touch, and it also smells so good. So that is why I'm hanging on to this one. I have worn this so many times already. Here's the configuration. There's an open pocket here. There's a zippered compartment here, which is really nice because you can put your coins. I have my authenticity card in there at the moment. You can also put your bills, anything you want to be extra secure. There's another open compartment here. Main compartment has 6 card slots against the wall over there. And then this is my favorite compartment. It's got a zipper, and this pocket goes all the way down to the bottom. And you probably have seen this already many times. My entire hand fits in there. It's actually really good for travel, because then you can hide your passports in there and just tuck them away. They're very secure, or some larger bills as well. So let me take out the chain. I have talked about how much I love this chain because it is more delicate, it's thinner, more feminine, and then of course it has the classic interwoven leather with the hardware. And inside here I do have a base shaper. So I don't know if you can see because it's burgundy on burgundy, but this base shaper I purchased soon after I brought the WOC home, and it has been a game changer for sure. I've talked about this before. It opens up the bag. So now this is a little beat up because I've had it for a little while, but I also have another one in here. This is from a company called M Boutique. M as in magic, M Boutique, and they're based out in Australia. I found them on Etsy. I bought this. It was $20, and I know a number of you said, you could have made this yourself. I could have, but it was really only $20, and it's measured perfectly. It fits really nicely, snug, but not too tight because you don't want them, rubbing into the interior corners. And I'm not really a DIY crafty kind of gal, so that's not my forte. So when I found this, I thought, how perfect, and it just slides right in, opens up the little bag, and makes it so much easier to see your belongings, to get them in and out. So not at all sponsored by M Boutique. None of my videos are sponsored at this point. not an affiliate of any kind, don't get anything for this, but I just wanted to talk about Boutique because if you've been on my channel before and you also follow me on Instagram, then you know that recently I announced I am doing a giveaway every Monday through the end of 2020. Yes, every week. So this week's giveaway will be in partnership with Boutique. They have generously offered to give a $20 gift code so that the winner can shop on their site. And for $20, you can actually get your very own base shaper for the WOC if you own the WOC, or for any other bag. They have items for Chanel Classic flaps, for Louis Vuitton bags. They have for the Saint Laurent Toy Lulu. I have those. So there are a lot of options. But for $20, you can really get yourself a nice shaper, and it will come straight from Australia, shipped to your home. So that is the giveaway. I'll put all the giveaway rules down in the description box, as I always do. I'll also post about it on my Instagram, but that'll run for about a week. And like I said, if you're interested, enter and you could be the lucky winner. And then since there are a couple of more weeks left in the year, I am going to be announcing some really, really special giveaways from me that I'm doing solo towards the end. So please stay tuned for those. Okay, so this one here is the Beige Filigree WOC, and it has smaller grains on the caviar. I don't know if you can see that. If you compare it to my classic one, it just has a very different feel. This has more of like a tiny pebbly feel to it, whereas this one I said is just buttery smooth, I think because the grains are wider. But I do think that this still looks really good against the black border, the contrast here. So it's the beige caviar with the light gold champagne hardware, which I really, really love. I prefer that much more than the bright yellow gold hardware, especially against my skin tone. Like this is also rose gold, so kind of blends nicely. And this is what I was referring to earlier. It has the newer model magnetic closure. So just really easy when you're on the go, and it's very secure. Configuration is exactly the same on the inside with all of those compartments that I mentioned. Also the card slots, probably can't see because the interior of this one is jet black. You can see here I also have the same burgundy base shaper that I mentioned in here. And this one, the only difference that I can point out in terms of configuration would be that the back pocket is not here. There's no back pocket on the filigree version. Here's a close-up of the chain. So pretty. And then last but not least is my unicorn. This is my rainbow mermaid iridescent Reissue WOC with the champagne gold hardware. It still has all the stickers on just because I want to preserve this beauty. This one, when I purchased and unboxed it on my channel, a number of you commented and said, wow, it's really out of your comfort zone. It's really not your usual aesthetic. I know that, 100% you're right. And some of you actually said, oh, she probably is going to just sell it or return it, you know, as soon as she can. No, I have not changed my mind. I'm really, really happy with this. It is just such a beauty. I don't even think that it comes up properly on camera. It is so stunning in person, the way it catches the light, the ombre effect. There are so many different kinds of these. Each one is unique to itself. And I have to admit, when this collection first came out, I was like, totally not for me. No way, was not interested. Felt like it was too loud, too colorful, too tacky, childish. I mean, I was not into it. And then when I went into the boutique, I saw about 3 or 4 of them on the way in, and all of them I was like, I don't see why people really get into these, until I went to the back of the boutique, and encased in glass was this one on display. And I was like, oh my gosh, could I please see that? So my SA had to open up the case and pull this one out. And I talked about this in my unboxing video. And I don't know why, it was just this one that spoke to me. It really, I think it's just the color combination, the way it sort of ombres. You open it up, look at that. So I think, number one, you have to see these in person before you judge. And number two, you have to find like the one for you. Or maybe none of these are right for you, but this is definitely a happy bag for me. Whenever I see it, I smile, and I put it right in the center, in the front of my closet. So as soon as I open my closet, this is the first thing that I see every morning. Like, that's how much I love this baby. Look at it. So this is going to be different leather. This is aged goat skin, whereas this is these two are calf skin, right? This is the grained caviar. This is goat skin, really durable. Love the wrinkle effect, the aged effect, and configuration the same. The chain, however, is going to be the original 2.55 chain. This is the reissue Mademoiselle version. Super pretty, really, really detailed and intricate. And here's the Mademoiselle lock, and it says Chanel at the bottom. So this one here, it's cold to the touch. So if you don't like that, something to consider, because there's no leather woven into it. But it is considerably more comfortable than I had expected because of the way the chains are kind of flat. You see that? It lays really comfortably on the shoulder and it doesn't dig in. So hopefully that is helpful to know. I am going to talk to you about the chain lengths because they do vary slightly. So here's a quick shot of all three WOCs laying down, and I've pulled the chains up, and so I wanted to show you the strap drop length or the chain drop. They're all roughly about the same, but there is about a ½ inch difference or so. So I would say they're all roughly about 24 inches long, but I'm going to show you there are some slight differences. I don't know if you can see that over there, but it is 24 inches. I would say that the longest chain is on the Classic WOC, and then the Filigree is just a tiny, tiny bit shorter, maybe a quarter of an inch. And then from there, the Reissue WOC is going to be also shorter than that, so the shortest of the three. I would say between the Classic and the Reissue, there's probably about a ½ inch difference or so, and it doesn't make that much of a difference on the body. However, when you double or triple up the chains, it will make a difference because you're kind of multiplying that small difference in the length as you wrap over and over again. So I'll show you what I mean in the mod shots. So as you can see from the mod shots, the difference in chain length is not as noticeable when you single chain it on one shoulder or crossbody, but when you start to double and triple chain them, meaning you loop them around and around, that small chain length difference does make a difference. So in this one here, you saw that it sat up significantly higher on me. It's quite uncomfortable actually when I double it up, and also when I double or triple it up, because the chain is attached from the outside, it comes undone very easily when I open the flap, versus these two that tend to stay intact. I do hope you enjoyed this comparison video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, as that means a lot to me. And if you are new to my channel, as I said, I would love for you to subscribe and join this fun community. And by the way, don't forget about the giveaway. If you're interested, make sure to check the description box for all the giveaway details. Thanks so much. Till next time. Bye-bye.